that's good. You know, I'm here to talk for the musicians tonight. I mean, Mark's talking, everybody's talking, but then you have the other guys. And then you'll go home and you won't know who the hell the other guys were. A lot of time, I've been that other guy. Even on stage, you know, you have a rock band, there's a guitar, drums, bass. I mean, guitar, drums, bass, and a singer. You look on television, the singer, yeah, the guitar player, rare, the drum, ah, and the bass player is kind of like, was there a bass player up there? I mean, it's like magical how that low sound came out of the television and there was nobody doing it. So, I don't know how arty you people are. I've been, as I said, the guy outside recognized me, so obviously I've been around town a lot. But I'm just for the people who are wondering why I'm up here. That's one of the bands I was in. For you more musical hipster snobby guys, back when there was a band around New York, some of you may have heard of, called the Talking Heads. I was a youngster back then, and I was in this band. That's me on that. Now, I was worried about this because I thought it was going to be a bunch of oldsters, but there's not a bunch of oldsters. So, all of you, is most people here American, U.S. citizens? Grew up in a citizen? No, I'm not hating on foreigners. I'm asking this for a reason. So you graduated from high school in America, right? That's me on bass on that. Now, Disney. All of you kids sang that song. Every year kids sing that song. Every year it's on the radio. I'm not even going to tell you how much I got paid for that song. It gets to the point where you have people like Wendy have to come up and beg for musicians because they're old and they're broke, and everybody thinks, oh, these guys, they didn't take care of their money, you know, they were out there drugging. No, it's not that we didn't take care of our money, it's that we didn't get paid in the first fucking place. Now, if Vitamin C was a friend of mine and we were doing a gig and we're down here in the LPR and she wants me to come on stage, hey. But if it's Disney, they have the money. It's up to the people to agitate, to make things a little more even. I mean, musicians are like canary in the coal mine. Back when Napster came out, everybody's kind of like, hey, our music is free, we don't really care. But now, we got robotics. I took my son to Duane Reade. There's 2 people working in Duane Reade now. What happened to the rest of the people? The same thing that happened to the music industry. It's going to happen. Whatever you do for a living, it's going to happen to you. Unless we start to do something different about how wealth is distributed and structured, and even how it's made. I'm not talking about taking money from somebody who earned it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about making sure all the people who are earning it get some. All right? So, one more little thing before I move on. I'm going to play a song none of you guys would know, unless you were from Brazil. And if you were on Brazil, if you're from Brazil, you know it very well because it's on the radio all the time. Okay. Yeah, this song is on the radio. It's like one of those songs that is constantly on the radio in Brazil. And I recorded I'm one of the musicians on it. And a few years back, I went down to Brazil to go hang. And I visited one of my good friends who happens to be one of the other musicians on this song in his lovely new apartment in Copacabana. And we're talking, and he's kind of like, hey, I bought this apartment. The down payment for this apartment came from the money I made off of that song, the one I just played for you. And I was like, huh? He said, yeah, the down money I made it, the down payment for this apartment came from that song. as Chris said in the beginning, every other country in the world, the musicians get paid for radio play. For all we know, Mindy might be up here begging y'all to get me out of the hospital in 20 years, but because the US government decided it's okay for the musicians to not get paid. It's not like we're not working for this, you know? So I think this is a political issue. This is a thing you have to think about, not just for guys like me who have fairly nice lives and get to run around the world and complain about how come they didn't get paid. It's an issue of how the money is gonna go out around the country for the next 20, 30 years. And it starts with something simple. It starts with the idea that when people do something that generates wealth, they should be able to participate in it. So that's the idea that I want you to take from this. We're generating wealth. We're not begging. So when we generate wealth, we should get to participate in it. Have a great evening.